Hey everybody, Jorge Pelayo. For those of you guys that don't know, we run an insurance agency, and one of the things I learned was that you recruit into your life, into your business, who you are and or what you believe that you deserve, right? You attract into your life what you believe that you deserve. People treat you the way that you believe that you deserve, right? And it's all about how you see yourself. And so when I came into business, I was not somebody that had a good track record of success or winning or victory of all these great accomplishments. I actually had a bad track record, average, okay, above average here, good. But it wasn't that I'm great, I'm the best in the world at something. Man, I'm really successful at something. So I had an unsuccessful identity, but wanted a successful life, wanted successful results. And one of the misconceptions that a lot of people have is that they have a fixed mindset, right? We talk about this fixed mindset versus flexible mindset. Fixed mindset, what is what will be, and that's all it is, and that's who you are, that's how you were born, that's just what it is. Flexible mindset, man, I can change, I can improve, I can get better, I can recreate what I believe I deserve, I can recreate myself, I can recreate my environment. And so you believe in recreation. And so I get into this business, and because I don't have a successful track record, I am recruiting down, meaning I'm talking to people that are easy to talk to. I'm talking to people that maybe are struggling financially. I'm not going for people that are successful. I'm not going for that identity, that business owner. I'm not going for that identity of that already making $100,000 a year because I wasn't, right? And I said, man, this business is for people like me. So if you're struggling, right, you're thinking that this entire business is for people that are struggling. If you've never made a lot of money, you think that this business is for people that have never made a lot of money. You may think otherwise, but if you really believe that, then you're gonna talk to people that are way ahead of you. But if you don't believe that, right, if you don't believe that you can lead those people, if you don't believe that that is possible, that result is possible, then you're not going to talk to those people. So because I was used to coming from a poverty mentality, not poverty, but struggling mentality, middle income mentality, average mentality, I was talking to people that fit who I was, right? And I felt comfortable around those people. I was able to relate to those people. I even felt like maybe I'm a little bit ahead of these guys so I can help them get to their next level. I know a little bit more than they do, so that's who I can help. And I really had a restriction in a low capacity at that time, and I kept struggling in my business. And then I realized, I read this book called Magic of Thinking Big, and it talked about that people see you the way you see yourself. And this took years for me to work on this identity over time of constantly recreating myself. But I was not attracting what I wanted. And I was frustrated with the business. I would attract a lot of people that didn't believe, a lot of people that didn't think big, a lot of people that were looking just to get by, a lot of people that didn't want to work on themselves, a lot of people that didn't believe in personal development, a lot of people that were uncomfortable representing something, meaning putting their name on something like, hey, I'm doing this, right? They were more like, hey, I don't know, let me go the safe route. It's easier to just work at this job or work for this big company and say I work for somebody that's big versus being somebody that's big. And I was attracting a lot of people that were struggling financially. So a lot of my clients were also lower income, and I love helping families. We were at one point no income family. And so I love helping families. So it wasn't like I didn't like helping them, but I also realized that a lot of people sometimes didn't want to help themselves. So I was sitting down with people that had bad financial habits, and we would educate them, but they didn't want to change their habits. So they said they wanted to change, but when it came time to actually changing, they didn't want to change. And I kept trying to force people. And we have this term that says, don't recruit people who need the opportunity, recruit people who want the opportunity. Sometimes, you see somebody that's super struggling financially, like, man, they need to do this. They really need it, but they don't want to do it, right? They want to continue to do the same things. So I kept recruiting those kind of people into my business, trying to get them to change, wanting them to be better. I'm super frustrated with the business. My production's very low because I'm doing a lot of small policies. As I'm writing these policies, some of them are not even getting issued because the person just didn't stop communicating, because that's also an identity of somebody. Hey, if I don't want something, instead of voicing that and being able to make a decision and follow through, I was interested, I was easily excited, but I changed my mind last minute. So I'm dealing with that. Then I'm getting people that I'm issuing policies, but then I'm getting a charge back because they're canceling it right away because they're like, oh, I can't afford this. Let me cancel what's unnecessary. And sometimes savings and investing is unnecessary if you're just surviving. It's hard to do that if you're surviving, if you're behind, if you're losing your place or living check to check or fully in debt. Life insurance isn't a priority sometimes for people. So I'm having such a hard time with this business. And then I realized we ended up recruiting this gentleman into the business, and he was making $500,000 a year. He ran his own business. And all of a sudden we start, I think his personal policy was like $9,000 or something, $10,000. And I was like, wow, I've never done that in one client ever. And this was like when the paradigm shift happened. And then I start going and running appointments with this gentleman. And I'm the trainer, right? At this time, I'm probably making maybe $30,000 a year or so. And I'm his trainer. Okay. I'm training him how to do this business. I'm not making a lot of money yet, but I know this business well. I know the products well. I know how to present, and I'm working really hard, but I'm not making a lot of money. I'm struggling. I'm even questioning, should I do this? Is the right business for me? And then I get an opportunity to train this gentleman, and everybody I'm sitting with, they're making six figures, high mid six figures, $250,000, some $500,000. I'm sitting down with business owners. I'm sitting down with engineers. I'm sitting down with school-educated people, professionals, corporate America, homeowners, people in the right market, right? In our business, we have a certain market. Certain businesses look for certain markets. And our market is over 25, married, kids, own a home, and have an income. And so I'm sitting with people in the right market, and I'm so nervous. I'm super nervous to go do this appointment. Man, I got to train him. He makes way more money than me. He has more money than me. He probably knows more about money than me. And a lot of those things were true. But in this business, I knew more than him. And all that practice of being in, the wrong market, talking to people that weren't interested, dealing with challenging times, all that was building me for this moment to when I went and sat in front of the right market for them to say yes. I didn't know that at that moment. I was just struggling my way through this. And so we start running appointments, and I would explain what we do. And normally I'd have to overcome objections, and I'd have to explain this and really over-explain it and, try to work. And I finished this appointment. They're like, that makes total sense. Absolutely. We need more coverage. We need this. We like that policy. Absolutely. Let's move forward. Yeah, we could do $500 a month. And it was my first, and I don't want to do it, really, you could do $500? But I'm like, okay, yeah, of course. Let's get you started. Boom, 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 $500. And we walk out, and I'm like, man, that was an easy appointment. That was actually easier in the right market than it was in the wrong market. And I'm like, let's go on this next appointment. We go on the next appointment, close business. We go on the next appointment, roll over money. We go on the next appointment, close business. We go on the next appointment, roll over money. And that month was my breakthrough. And I did more applications than I've ever done in my career in a month. I made more money than I've ever made. I outproduced every number. I was number one, number two producer in the entire team that month. And it changed my belief system. It changed my belief system in the business. I said, man, this business is not as hard as I thought it was. It was hard because I was in the wrong market. It was hard because I was recruiting down. And when you recruit somebody into your organization and you're working and developing that person in their market, oftentimes their market is an extension of who they are. So when you recruit down, your business goes down. Now, there are people like myself that were not in the best market, but were willing to do the work, read, learn the products, carry myself like a professional. Those are people that, hey, they have a hand up and they're like, hey, man, I want to win. I want to do something, right? And I remember what Glenn Beck said. He says, don't look for people that want a hand out. Look for people that have a hand up. And I said, man, I really got to find those people that want to move up, right? That, hey, I want to do something. And it changed my whole business. Right after that, crossed six figures, made my first 100,000 at 23. That changed my belief in the business. Fast forward, helped me cross my first $1 million. help me help my guys make their first $100,000, then help my guys make their first $1 million, their first quarter, $500,000, $750 million. And it changed our business. But I was almost this close to quitting, to throwing in the towel, because I was so frustrated, and I had done it for a couple years already, and I didn't know that my limiting belief, the way that I saw myself, was the problem. And so if you believe that you deserve something, you expect it. If you believe you don't deserve something, you don't even go for it. You don't even attempt it, right? And so what do you believe that you deserve? What do you want? And is what you want what you believe that you deserve? If it's not, then my question is, what do you need to do to go from where you currently are to who do you need to be to deserve that, right? And you work on those things. And then there's a part of this where there's a gap between where you are now and that person. And so sometimes we believe, well, I have to go through this until I become that person, I can't get those results. There is an opportunity where if you truly believe that you're going to get there based on your commitment, your dedication, your habits, your personal development, your effort, your skills, that if you believe you're going to get there, your faith is able to shortcut the process between where you are now and having to have the results to be there. So that's a nugget right there. Your faith, if you're committed and all those things are true, your internal belief system will change what you believe you deserve before your results are evident of that. And you will start working in the right market. You will start recruiting up. You'll start taking bigger chances. You'll start talking to clients that you want to have. You'll start talking to people that you wish your business had, because you're like, man, I can lead you. I can help you. And we did a video before where I talked about at one point I started recruiting people to who I knew I was going to be, not who I was in that moment, because I knew, hey, I'm going to get here. I'm going to get to a quarter, $500,000, $2 million. I'm going to get here. And I'm committed to this process. Leadership, sales, business, work ethic. I'm going to get better. I'm going to figure this thing out. So I know I'm going to be able to help you. I know I'm going to be able to add value to you in the future. I know I'm going to be a positive association for you in the future. And that started changing my mindset. And we started developing more brokers. We started developing more earners. And my business completely changed, all because of recruiting up and becoming that person. And sometimes when you're struggling, but you're so consistent with it, you don't see who you're becoming in the process, but then you develop those skills and that identity, and then when you're finally in the right market, you're able to shine because you've been willing to go through all the crap to get to that level. So a couple parts of the video: what do you need to do to become that person that you want to be, right? Are you committed to that? How do you fast forward that? What do you believe that you deserve? And then are you recruiting up, whether that's a potential agent you want to recruit, or potential employee you want to recruit, or potential client you want to attract? Are you recruiting up? Are you attempting for those? Because you may find it's a lot easier to be in the right market than the wrong market. Hope this added some value to you and your business. I know it's more custom to the insurance part of it, but you could take some nuggets from it in your life. Same thing ties to a spouse. Same thing ties to friendships. Same thing ties to maybe a network or a market you want to be in. It's all connected, you guys. If this added value to you, please subscribe and like the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.